Alright, there we go. Alrighty, so this is Reprise, which is a mod that I've been working on, which is a roguelike. It has a lot of extensive balance changes. So I want to talk a lot about the most recent changes, and then I guess kind of just go over a little bit as I go along with this playthrough. So I'll probably just play on normal, just to keep it kind of standard here. So I'm just going to hit start for a random seed and jump into it. So with this mod, Siren, go ahead and equip that. There's the central hub area, and there's 4 exits up, down, left, and right. Each will lead to a randomly generated area, which will grab rooms from specific areas. So it looks like right now this is the chapel on this side, and each direction will contain rooms from 2 different areas, potentially. Sometimes with Castle Corridor mixed in as well. So we'll go up here just to kind of look around. All the enemies are randomized, and as you go along and continue to play the game, the enemies will get harder. Higher level enemies will spawn. So right now we just have kind of the beginning enemies that are being randomized in. Ooh, and I got a hammer. That gives me a good opportunity to talk about some of the balance changes I've made. So hammers and axes have this attribute called Final Strike, which will give you extra damage if it will kill the enemy. So if twice the hammer damage would kill the siren, it should kill in 1 hit, and it does. So I don't know if that would happen without that Final Strike. It would probably take 2 hits. Oh, let me equip the cloth tunic. So yeah, I've made a bunch of balance changes. There's some new features on certain weapons. So hammers and the battle axe all have Final Strike added. I think there's also a soul that I gave the Final Strike attribute to that would give it to any weapon, but only like a 50% boost instead of a double damage plus 100%. So this makes the hammer actually really useful early and mid game, because it'll kill a lot of these early enemies in 1 hit. Oh, and on the bottom left of the screen you see the room modifier that popped up, Cursed Gold. So there's random room modifiers that will... Oh, I just picked up the gold that dropped from that candle, and now I'm cursed. There are room modifiers that will occur every 4 rooms. So you see that number on the top left, that's my room counter. That number actually only goes up if... It'll take a couple hits. There we go. That number only goes up if you kill an enemy in the room and continue to move forward to a new room. Oh, I forgot about my soul there. So whenever it ends in a 4 or 8, a random room modifier will kind of change the gameplay a little bit. So this one was one that made the gold that you pick up curse you, and now that I moved on from that room modifier is no longer active, so it's kind of been back to vanilla gameplay. Oof. Oh, and I don't have a double jump, so I can't quite reach that yet. And you can kind of see the example of the rooms being randomized from different areas. So now we're back to Castle Corridor. Each time you walk through a door, it's randomized basically based on your seed. Don't have double jump yet, can't get up there. Alright, this is a new room. So actually, I haven't really used this too many other spots, but these are custom spikes. Let's see, do I have anything that can actually get down there? I don't know. If I do, I might have to backtrack a little bit. Because that's actually undone down there. But I cannot get... Actually, there's one trick that might... I don't think it will, but we'll try it. No, there's no way. That's way too high, right? No, yeah. That wasn't gonna work. It's worth a shot, though. Alright, so, yeah, I can come across some dead ends here and there, but, just to backtrack a little bit. Unfortunately, I can't go up there, because then I could, continue on a different route. Alright, this room should have a different exit on the bottom. High knockback. That's a fun modifier. Basically, I'll show an example if I just don't want to get cursed as well as high knockback. Are all the enemies going to be ectoplasm? Okay, we gotta... No! Oh, it's so slow. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can... There we go. That's definitely a fun one. Okay, ooh, and here is, once you start getting close, so I put a cap on the amount of rooms that can be generated in a certain direction from the lobby. And once you start reaching near the end, you'll come across one of these rooms, which gives you a Book of Return. And I'll go ahead and just kind of show that off. So this will actually take you back to the lobby when you use it. So if I use it, I start teleporting. You're actually not invulnerable while you use it, so you have to be careful. It's not a get out of jail free card. There's also one in the lobby once you get the movement to be able to get up there, but without double jump you can't quite make it. So now I'll go towards the right side, which is also chapel. Once we get to the 10th room, once I get past this room, every 10 rooms is a boss. So this will be our first boss. So I'm gonna get something a little... Oh, I thought I had something different. I guess I don't. When did I get flying armor? I just have not been paying attention. Oh, that's right. That was in the room that had the blue soul underwater. I got it and forgot that I actually picked it up. I think I was talking about something else. Okay, so castle is shifted. So after you beat a boss, it brings you back to the lobby and re-randomizes the castle, and also increases the areas that are generated. So right now it was just like castle corridor and chapel, and now it might be able to mix in study and start mixing in some of the later areas of the game. And even with that, yeah, I can't reach that. So I'll walk around, see if I can... it looks like chapel again. So there's more chances for the earlier areas to be generated until you get past a couple of bosses a little later in the game. So you'll still see, you know, some castle corridor and some of the other early areas until you beat maybe like the second boss, and then you'll definitely start seeing more. I think after the first boss you can see study generated. Oh, and this room gives me an opportunity to talk about one of the other core gameplay changes, which is items that are randomly hid in the walls. Mostly random, aside from this specific one, which I kind of just kept in here as a test. So if you just noticed, there was a little glimmer of light there on the left. I'll just wait to show it off again. So those are hidden XP containers. Right now it's just XP, it's not items, but I might change that in the future to also include random items as well. So yeah, those, and you can actually see those if you get the Peeping Eye soul. You'll see that just as you can see breakable walls. So without it, you can still see it because it'll shoot those particles off every now and again. But it's always visible when you have Peeping Eye. Oh, I didn't pay attention to the room modifier. Shouldn't have hit that candle like that. Yeah, at some point in the future I would like to add icons to the overlay for room modifiers, because if you don't read that message, then yeah, that can happen. You can kind of get surprised by some of the room modifiers. Just go down this way. Get potion. Get another potion. So it looks like I still have a bug. It shouldn't randomize to the same room if at all possible. This might have exhausted all the... No? Huh. It should try to retry to generate if it randomizes to the same room again, and maybe it just got unlucky. Oh, it's Poisonous Hearts, and I also, yeah, didn't pay attention because I was talking. Alright, got past that. Die. Ooh, combat knife. Oh, I also have spear, which has this new effect, which is piercing. So if you strike with the tip of it, when the spear is fully extended, so it has to be like the first frame, you have to hit them with the very tip of it, it will pierce their defense, which is going to be hard to do on her, so I'm going to skip her for now. But I can probably show it off on Manticore. So let's do a close hit. It's like 25 damage. If I hit it with the very tip, it pierces the defense and did 46. So I'll show it off again, 25. So if you space correctly, you get rewarded for it. So that gives it a little more utility to the spears. Oh, sorry, I just now saw the chat. Happen if you put the Reprise ROM in the randomizer. Hey, I'm not sure. It wouldn't really do much because the rooms that it randomly generates are hard-coded. Like, it uses the doors basically to tell you where to go. So if I go up, it's going to use a specific door that was randomized. So I don't really think the randomizer would do much. And all the item pickups and everything are also kind of manually generated and looked up, so it wouldn't really randomize anything. I don't think it would actually do anything. I think it would be the exact same game after you randomized it or put it in the randomizer. Aside from any patches that might, I don't know, get added otherwise. So yeah, spears are actually really useful against stuff with high defense. Rock armor. Actually, I'm going to show off another thing, which has been in previous versions, but the shop gets randomized every time the castle gets randomized. So every time you beat a boss, yeah, or actually I should say it's every time you beat a boss, because you also, I believe I kept this, yeah, it will re-randomize the castle every time you come back out here as well. So let's see what he's got. Actually, let's sell the stuff we don't need first. Not short sword, not bastard sword. We'll keep the hammer, it's handy. We'll sell one of the spears. I'm up to gem clothes. Okay, so that'll give us a little bit of money. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the souls are vanilla right now, so those aren't randomized. So yeah, the randomizer would mix up the souls and the items for drops. Oh, so another thing that I added on some of the items and as well as some of the souls is that your max HP and MP can be modified. So I'll equip that just to show that off a little bit. Yeah, Scarf gives a plus 20, but I bought the red Scarf, which gives me plus 40. I'll buy... Oh, actually I already have 4 potions. Oh! Another thing that I think was in the last version, I forget, but... the max limit for items is 5, so if I try to buy another potion, it won't let me. If I try to buy more than 5 of these guys, it won't let me either. Which this is a custom item that's been in Reprise for a little bit. So if you use this item, the next enemy you kill will drop their soul, which is super handy if you come across something really good that will add to your gameplay. And actually, I like to have a couple of uncurses on me, just in case. I'll buy a couple of antivenoms too, because it's not that much. And then I'll just stock up on mind ups and keep going. I don't have a double jump, so I can't quite get up there yet. Oh, yeah, so the red scarf, plus 40 max HP. So what's my HP currently? 410. And then now we're up to 450. If you unequip it, it also gives you HP. So it doesn't just modify the max, it modifies your current HP as well. So if you unequip it, it takes your HP down. So if I was less than 40 HP, I would actually die when I come back to this screen. So just a fair warning about that. So yeah, if you get really low on HP, you can actually switch to this to get a little bit of kind of temporary HP, which is also handy. And that difficulty increased message is something that will happen I want to say it's around every 4 minutes. So the longer you take to play this game, the harder it gets. Every time the difficulty increases, which you can see by that red number up there by the HUD, your strength and defense, I think, both go down a little bit. I think it stays the same currently. Oh, I'm just showing off again a little bit with the Pierce ability there. If you space spears properly, get that little bit of extra damage and get through their armor. Cursed gold. Oh, we're back to poisonous hearts. I shouldn't have got that because that could have been a heart. I guess it can't because I'm full MP. So it should be good. And actually, since there's a potion there, let's go ahead and use one so I can get back up to the max of 5. Oh, here we go. Is this inner quarters? So we have inner quarters and castle corridor in this direction, it looks like. Since I don't have double jump yet, which I think is located in the study, after this next boss I might want to try to look around for the study, because the progression souls, those are actually locked to areas. So most of the pickups are randomized except for the progression souls. I don't even know what I have. It's kind of hard to talk and pay attention at the same time. I'm not really used to it. Oh, and that soul kind of shows another new thing that I added to some equipment and a couple of souls to ignore hard landings. So that's when you like fall from a height, and you know Soma gets that's not high enough. Well, I equipped the soul so it wouldn't show it anyway. Or if you dive kick, you kind of have this like hard landing where Soma's stuck on the ground for a second, and this will prevent that. So you can kind of use dive kicks to move a little bit quicker. Oh, I totally forgot about the room modifier yet again. Oh yeah, cursed gold. Yeah, when you pick up gold, it curses you. So yeah, you probably want to try to avoid picking up money when that pops up because it ruins your day. Which I do have, and that's why it's handy to buy the like uncursed and antidotes or whatever, because it makes it. Yeah, we use rock armor, but I don't have enough MP. I finally got enough MP, and then I just beefed it. All right. Oh no! I gotta start over again. Tempted just to jump past them and take damage. Just sit here for a bit. I don't have slides, so I can't get that yet. Ooh, blue soul. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but These are not all just vanilla rooms, as you can kind of tell. Like, this is not here in vanilla. So a lot of the rooms are modified either slightly, and some of them are like really heavily modified. And the pierce ability is really good against great armor. So you see I get like 37 damage, but if I get too close, it's only 18. So yeah, I like spears actually a lot. I'm just gonna tank that. I don't care. I keep forgetting to use my soul. Oh, is what a bug? Sorry. Oh yeah, yeah. It's the pierce effect on the spears. So all the spears in the game have that effect. If you hit it with the very tip on the first frame, it pierces armor. Man, I really want to grab that book. Alright, so let's try to look for study for the double jump. It's Castle Corridor. Which I'd have to go through a couple of rooms to really tell whether it's in there or not, because each area, as I mentioned before, has like 2 different areas, or each direction has 2 different areas. This is study, isn't it? Oh, I'm not gonna kill him. Let's just keep it going. Oh no. Let's go back up. I did not want to fight in that room. Something that was already in the game are these containers that increase your stats. Those are always nice to pick up. Right, this one's easier. No! Alright. Or wait, no, that's inner quarter. No, this is inner quarters and study, I believe. So we'll have... Oh, witch. No! That was the worst dodging I've ever done in my life. I just jumped right into the witch. No! I just want double jump. I think this is the double jump room, actually. Let me get that soul, or not. Can I kill him in 1 hit? 2 hits with the hammer. Okay. I went right under it. Skull Archer. Can I reach it? I increased the range on the bat a little bit. Oh, that is big enough. So that's another balance change. It's all in the README and release notes. Oh, hey Fuse. Yeah, I added it in one of the test versions. I've been releasing a couple of versions kind of privately and not doing a full release because I just wanted some more testing before I got this next version out there, which I should be releasing later today. Hammer doesn't pierce armor, it has a different effect, Final Strike, so it actually does bonus damage if that damage will kill. So that hammers, all the hammers have it, as well as the battle axe. Oh, I missed. Yay, I can jump. I'm just gonna use a couple of potions. I've had this armor the whole time and I've just not been using it. Hey, I have a lot of respect for streamers, especially those that are actually good at the game, because and it takes some practice to actually, oh gosh, no, to actually play the game well and talk at the same time. It's definitely a skill. Oh, this is a fun modifier. It just turns all the enemies into winged skeletons. Which, for rooms with lots of enemies, that can actually add up pretty quick and become really annoying. And actually, I'm going to change my... Yeah, I'll do the spear. Give me a little bit more range. It's also helpful on the golems, especially the piercing defense. Ooh, well, definitely. It's a soul. I don't know. I might actually just like the extra defense from the Constitution right now. I'm getting a lot of intelligence boosts. What did I get? Copper plate. Sure. This little guy up here. What do we got? Curly, ooh. I've not nerfed the rush souls yet, but I probably will in a future update because I feel like they're just a little too good. And one of the points of me rebalancing some stuff and adding new features, I don't like this room or the enemies in it at all. Part of the point of me rebalancing stuff is just to make sure like everything has a utility, everything has a use, and it's not so much that you know, when you get one good thing, you're just going to stick with it, because there's just different utility with different stuff. So rush souls, I think, are just a little too good. So I don't know if I would just add some MP cost to them or what. Nope. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Dodge the beam. Okay. And because I made this game, I actually know, well, there's a soul in the top right of this room that I can get to because I have like Siren and Winged Skeleton, or Skull Archer. But I probably won't do that for now because I don't feel like fighting those. I think I have a weapon over here, yeah. I need to kill stuff because I'm just not increasing my room number. So actually, let's use this. Let's go back. Maybe find an easier area. I forget which area that was. So here's another useful thing that I added. Again, may have been in the previous version, I forget. But that number on the top left, that 37, the room counter, if it's black, that means it's a room that you've already visited and moved on from. So this is revisiting an old area. And your room counter won't increase if you go through that room again. So that's kind of a handy tool to remember which way you've already gone on this kind of like randomization. So now if I go up here, ooh, there's a slide up there, which I would love to get. Actually use some souls here. Okay. So yeah, once you play this game a little bit, you know which rooms, which areas have certain souls, like progression souls, so it's, yeah, just something that just comes with a little bit of playing. Ooh, this allows me to show off another balance change, which is the magic points refunding. So this is added on the 2 robes, and I want to say the pendant has a little refund as well. So if you use a red soul, you'll get 5 MP back. So for example, the bat actually only costs 5. So if I look at my MP at 68, basically can just use bat for free because I get 5 MP back after I use it. So that's a handy soul for getting a lot more mileage out of your red souls. Oh, but not if the room modifier is no red and yellow souls. So that makes it a little difficult. Let's... I don't know if hammer would kill those in one hit or not. It does, okay. So that's just another example of like you know, the best weapon is not always the best weapon. And it's not just based on resistances, it's based on some of these new attributes that I've added. Dang, that is a lot of birds. Oh, actually, do I have an oval? I don't. So that would be handy, because I added something to the Ghost Dancer soul that I would like to show off. Some Constitution. I'll just kill them when they come back. There's so many birds! See if I can get it. No. Get a cape. I think I added some max MP gain to the cape. Alright, we're back to this. I just use Curly on it. So for this, actually, I'm going to switch back to this guy. Jump up so I can slide underneath of them. Oh yeah, with the MP refund, I can use like a lot of those. Just to stay safe if I wanted to probably have a better soul. But the lower the MP cost, you know, the more it's going to do. 8! So that would only cost 3 per arrow. If I shoot them the right way. So yeah, in the base game, it didn't seem really useful to use either of the cloaks because they increase MP and or increase your intelligence, which is kind of neat. But I feel like just their armor, how low their armor was, didn't really make it that good to use. Oh my gosh. Alright, I might actually have to pay attention so I can win this fight. I don't think that's a good soul to use against him, because it only hits 1. Legion. Can I... How many mind ups do I have? Okay. Let's just try. And then just kill him with the spear. So it can be kind of tricky to hit that that sweet spot, especially on a moving enemy. I'm getting it every now and again. There we go. Alright, shifted again. Now that I have double jump, I can go up here and get a free oval. Alright, let's see what I can actually buy. Hopefully I can buy maybe a slightly better weapon. I'm not using the combat knife. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the spears. What do I have equipped current? Oh, I have the silk robe, that's why. Not going to use the cape, probably, for that. Okay. Probably want to keep the hammer for now. So it'll be handy for certain rooms. I want to get potions. I feel like as long as it's taken me to get through this while talking, the difficulty's gone up a little more than it normally would have. And I'm not getting as much stuff as I normally would by exploring and by paying attention, so. I don't think I actually saw anything. Graham would have been nice. I might sell something to get Graham. We'll just say I'm not going to switch back. I'll just keep the silk robe. Knives currently do not. I thought about giving some of them Final Strike, but since you get them so early on, I feel like that's just going to make everything one hit early game. But I might make a knife that's like a late game knife that does have Final Strike with like something extra about it. So yeah, this is still in development, still going to add a few more things, but I think I'm getting pretty close as far as like features go. Oh, clock room. Clock tower. Which I'm a little worried about, because the later areas do have stronger enemies. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I've basically reached the end game. So honestly, it's not that scary, but I'm scared because I've already like almost died. Ooh, iron plate. We'll take it. I've also a couple of general gameplay changes. The resistances I think have been increased, where it'll do a quarter damage instead of a half damage. So I don't know if I normally would be only doing 1 damage to the slime, but yeah, you'll definitely be able to tell stuff with high defense. You're doing like a lot less damage if they're resistant to something. So like how that's resistant to slash, I think. I should be able to pierce it. The pierce only does 20 damage. Maybe slimes are just super tanky anyway. Yeah, each area kind of specializes in certain upgrades. So the study gives extra intelligence. The arena, I think, gives strength, maybe also defense. So there's certain items like that that are locked. So if you know what you want, you can kind of look for those specific areas. Like my intelligence is really high compared to everything else. So I could either go all in and just try to do like an int build, or maybe I should start looking for some different areas to pick up some different stuff. I try to do a hippogriff jump for some reason. Alright, I don't feel like I'm strong enough where a hammer would kill this in one hit. Oh, it does. Very handy. There's a thing up there, but I might have another soul that can get it. But let me change to something easily hit this with. Heart Pendant also has a change to it. You get double MP from the hearts that you pick up. But I'm going to keep the red scarf for now. Do I have something that goes through the floor? Mandragora. Bat I increased the range on. I didn't increase it that much where this is going to hit. But maybe if I go to the right, throw something out. I think it was a little too high and a little too fast. Let's do Siren. Siren should be able to get to it. Let me kill this guy. He's getting in my way a little bit. Okay. Alright, one of those. It's got to hit. There we go. +2 strength. Killer Mantle. Might be worth using my Obel for to kill some golems with it. So Trident, also a spear, also has the pierce effect, but it's not as good as my partisan already, so not really an upgrade. I don't actually know how strong those are. I don't know how hard this is going to be to kill it. Oh, I totally forgot I have a... I do like using this armor soul. I don't know if he's weak against fire, but it would make sense. There we go. So that was a guaranteed soul drop because I used that item. katana. Is that better than this? No, but I'll actually use the hammer to kill this guy real quick. Switch back. So I think I mentioned in one Discord earlier that because they were talking about how if the game's designed in a way that like encourages or you benefit from switching to specific equipment, that it just adds a lot of menu time. So at some point in the future, I would like to do a quick switch mod of some type to either like undo the last equip that you did, or just make it a little bit quicker to do somehow. Maybe navigating directly to that menu. Max MP increased by 25. So yeah, some of the souls have changed a little bit around some of the new features I've added. I don't know if I have... Yeah, I don't have too many yellow souls, so those two kind of show it off a little bit, but... More intelligence. Yeah, I'm already at difficulty level 8, and I'm not very far. Oh, this is the room I need to... Really, I should have Unbound to cross. I mean, I might be... Maybe with flying armor and double jump. Might be able to get across the spikes, but I also have that bastard in the way. Okay. Oh, okay. One hit's not that bad. Okay. Now that I have Bat, I think Bat will reach. Yeah. Yeah, the extra range on the last hitbox that I added makes it a lot easier. There we go. Oh, I might have had this modifier a couple of times. So the spectral enemies, they'll spawn and you can't actually hurt them. So it's just another kind of thing you have to avoid. They spawn. Get a Book of Return. I don't like all the devils and flying stuff in this room, but I gotta kill at least one. Okay. Yeah, I thought about using select. I also thought about like down and L to quick switch weapons. Spectral Laster. No, it's there's only like 3 different enemies. There's an imp, the tiny devil, and I think Blue Crow that I've added to spectral enemies. This is another boss, which is really good for the pierce ability. As far as souls, I'm not a speedrunner. I'm not a Aria of Sorrow expert, so I don't actually know what the best strategy is. I might just do Curly, try to get behind them, and then cheese them from the back. Where's this hitbox at? There we go. Now I'm getting the pierce effect on some of the hitboxes. Because he's moving everywhere, it's kind of hard to get the pierce, but standing still I can get it. I haven't been looking for the hidden items in the wall. Oh, actually, I just saw it. I don't know if you all did, but let's do hammer. There's one on the top right. So you can actually just try randomly hitting walls. It'll either spawn on the very left or the very right of the screen in one of the walls, if it does spawn. So you can try just swinging, but you don't want to waste too much time because again the difficulty increases as time goes on. So I already have slide kick, and that's the only progression soul in this one. I think there's also some accessories in Dance Hall, and I don't really have that many accessories. So I could stay here to like farm accessories and just other stuff. I think money's more common there, but I'm gonna actually try to find something new. Ooh, underground reservoir. And also this room has a nice item. The oval. Actually, I already have a rush soul now, but I wouldn't want to use my oval on that. How much health? There we go. I don't know if that black line in the background might be a bug. Oh dang, there's a golem right there. Giant bat. So I want to say for the most part, the progression souls you'll find in the same areas that are in the vanilla game, but then there's a couple ones like this one that are in areas that they're not in the vanilla game. Actually, I don't feel like spending all that time trying to kill him to get up there. I'm just gonna go down here. There we go, clock tower. Suit. I don't have the top floor. Oh, that's floating. I need to fix that. Might have to make a note of that because I'll forget otherwise. So I actually changed how the to allow the items in the walls to stay where I put them. I had to disable soul canisters from touching the ground, because that's basically what those invisible pickups are. They're soul canisters. So bug. I just need to move that down in the level editor. Down to the bottom. Okay, good. I actually found a bug during this little playtest here. Okay. Nope. Dryad. Oh, I would love to get that Dryad, but with the Medusa head, I'm a little worried about using my oval and then just getting a Medusa soul. So I'm gonna skip it. So these soul canisters actually give you increased max HP, and then another one gives you max MP. So you can kind of just increase those stats in the clock tower here. Oh, actually I have what I need to get up there. A weapon I already have. Yeah, I feel like I've actually not picked up too many weapons for whatever reason. Kicker skeleton. Yeah, kicker skeletons in a couple of spots. It's in the floating gardens and then also here as well. Even though it's the same enemy we've seen before in the same room, this is actually a different room, so we can pick up that item again, and there's some different enemies on this side. For a second I was like, am I going backwards somehow? Okay, and this is an example of Castle Corridor sometimes being mixed in. If it can't randomize to a different room than the different last like 5 rooms that we've been in, for example, it will just go to the Castle Corridor because it has the most rooms that I've added to the game so far. And you also notice that these, well, no, never mind. There's I also changed as part of the balance changes. The minimum amount of damage you take is either 5 or double the current difficulty counter. So even if I ran into a zombie and I took damage right now, I would actually take 18 damage because that's the difficulty modifier. So even in the late game, the early enemies are still not good to get hit by. Do I think that I can kill this without hitting one of the Medusa heads? Oh gosh. I guess also... Oh, I'm gonna fall down. No, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay. we'll just go a different way. Giant worm's not the worst either. It would give me a little bit of health regeneration. The room modifier was poisonous enemies, so I don't want to get hit if at all possible. Oh! Oh! I didn't see that until I was like already jumping over it. Get Gremlin? What is Gremlin? Oh, Gremlin's luck, right? We got this room yet again. It's good. We got a lot of those obols that we can use. The obol? I thought I used the obol on something else. Or I actually didn't use it. I don't remember. Oh, I do have luck fix, and I think I also increased the amount of luck that they give you. So I think Gremlin actually gives you 16, and the Ghost Dancer will give you 8 luck. So it's even more worth it. No, in the room with the Dryad, no, I decided against it. Because I was too worried about hitting the Medusa heads. I don't even remember what weapons I've picked up. I feel like I just might... I don't know if I should stick with a Partisan to try to get the Pierce, or do Graham where I can just swing more. I'm just gonna use Waiter Skeleton. Yeah, sure. Just... That's not really hitting her. Oh, he still reaches towards Soma. Oh no, he doesn't. That was weird. I wonder if the tongue is like hard-coded to go after Soma? There you go, eat the food. Actually, I haven't checked the shop in a long time, and I should have. I don't have much money, because I haven't been picking up a lot of money, but I should have. Little secret there. Should have some stuff to sell, and hopefully you can buy something to help. So I want the Gram. I want the Tridents. Not the Lance. I'll just stick with whatever's giving me the most defense. And maybe the Silk Robe in case I run into a situation where I want to spam a low-cost soul. Probably not going to use the Heart Pendant. Although it is very useful, you can pick up the big hearts and get a ton of MP back with it. Alright, 7,500. So in this mod you don't get as much from selling, so I would have a lot more money, but selling only gives you 25% back. Mach Punch. I don't think I saw anything. Unless I sold some stuff that could get me enough to buy that. maybe I need 2300. Oh yeah, we'll just... Oh, I had 2 grams? I didn't even notice. I forget whether this is multi-hit or not. I'll just sell it anyway. How much was it? Is that enough? Oh, 300 more. I'll go ahead and sell the hammer. It was nice, but I'll just get rid of it. There we go. Alright, so I have dive kick. Oh, it is multi-hit? Okay. I was gonna say I kind of watch speedruns every now and again. I want to say I've seen people use it against Balor or something, maybe, in some situations. Oh, Poison Worm. Actually, I might come back and get Poison Worm, just so I never have to worry about anti-venom or being poisoned ever again. Oh no! Why is it Flea Man? It should stay the same. Oh, it's a Ripper now. So now the oval is active. So the next enemy I kill is what I get. Nightmare's actually really good. I didn't realize they had that much HP. There we go. I'm actually a huge fan of comboing this with the... What did I just get? No, wait. Oh, Whip Knuckle. Never mind. I thought I got something different. Never mind. I mean, it's also fun to use the Whip Knuckle, but I like the punching abilities with something that... with an Armor Soul that hits a lot, because it'll just stun lock a lot of stuff. That's actually really good. This is awesome. I actually got this, which is good. And I can try to get Dryad while I'm at it. Oh, bots. Let's see, how do I delete? I don't want to reply. Oh well. Yeah, I've not actually like managed my chat at all ever, so I don't know how to actually delete that. I'm sure it's just like right clicking on it, but I don't see anything like... Oh well. It doesn't have like a nasty link or anything, it's just shit in the chat. Let's see. Go over this way. Oh, actually I have Slide, I can go down here. Yay. Yeah, let me try that real quick. Aha! Oh wait, I blocked, I didn't ban. There we go. Cool, thanks for that, Lunix. I keep trying to Hippogriff jump for some reason. I just keep expecting to have it. Oh, so yeah, I'm doing the dive kick, but it's not giving me any lag, and that's because I have the soul still equipped. Which I'm honestly just gonna keep. How long have I been playing? Yeah, 47 minutes. Usually I feel like I've... should be pretty close to beating it, but I'm like at 66 and I think Graham's at 100. Oh gosh. Can I use slime on him? Oh, and I got the soul. Didn't you have to use Obel on it? Actually, do wooden golem to get some of this MP back. Oh, tiny balance change with the Uko back. The fire is a little further away from Soma. That was something I just felt like tweaking just to see if I could, and it wasn't too bad to figure out. Money and strength. Another Obel. I keep forgetting I have dive kick. Flesh golem. Oof. Okay. I'm gonna straight up die. Actually, I have Dryad. Why am I using that? Dryad. I had no idea it was gonna be this hard to like play and focus at the same time. I might not actually make it to Graham. Which really I just wanted to show a good playthrough and talk about a lot of the changes, which I think I've successfully done. I don't actually know if there's anything major that I haven't talked about. I mean, there's also been some bug fixes from the last version, some slight changes in the room generation. I'd like to get the Peeping Eye Soul so I could show you, because it's like every 4 rooms or so, it's like a 25% chance, I should say, that the hidden item will appear in the walls. And unless you're looking for it, unless you're randomly hitting walls, you're not going to see it too often, because it spawns a particle like every 8 seconds. So there's a chance that you'll see it and find it, but really to get a lot of them, you'll need the soul. Or Skull Necklace. I gave the Peeping Eye ability to Skull Necklace as well. Too short. There we go. Actually didn't see what that was. Steel plate. There we go. Let's see. This is holy, I think. So that'll do extra damage. Just spam stuff at them. Nightmare's so good. Actually, this gives 5 MP back. I don't actually know how much damage that'll do. Oh, that does so much damage. Oh, my int is like crazy high because it's been buffed. Oh my gosh, my defense. I just caught a glimpse of my defense and it is so low. So my level's not super high and I haven't picked up any defense pickups. Actually, I don't know if there is a defense pickup now that I think about it. Oh gosh. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I also have some food. Might wait till I take another hit before I do that. And there we go. Oh no! And I haven't actually died on one of these runs in a long time. But yeah, that was I guess I should say that was Soma. This new update also has the ability to play as Julius. So that gives me a good opportunity to show that off without taking another like hour before I get to him. So yeah, let's do that real quick. So if you go to this screen, and if you hold L, it's going to do that, so I'm not going to hold it the whole time. But it'll do Julius mode. And you can do the same thing. You can do easy and hard mode with Julius. It will affect his HP as well. Or I think easy mode's double, hard mode is half. I'll just do normal for Julius. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the awesome Julius music. You'll see that items still spawn, they just do something a little bit different. Consumables and I think armor will both give you HP back, and then souls, weapons, and some other stuff will give you MP. So there's a little bit of stuff that you can get. Yeah, just a little bit of MP. I'll probably have to adjust some of that stuff because I feel like 20 MP is nothing for Julius. The soul containers I think give you 100, which do make an impact. I've really not played with, yeah, it was 10 HP from that little armor that spawned. He does not have a backdash. Yeah, I don't play with Julius too often, but I did to play through this and make sure it worked. Actually, I played through and beat Graham, and then realized that it would end the game on Graham with Julius, so I had to find that code and prevent that from happening. So you can play with Graham or play with Julius even after Graham is gone. So yeah, I'm probably not going to do a full playthrough with Julius. I don't know if you noticed the colors for the some of the soul containers are actually different with Julius, because I think it uses the just the palette's a little bit different between Soma and Julius. I think it's like pink and blue for the stat upgrade containers. Should be one down here. Yeah, but for Julius it is that like a dark purple and a blue? Or a brown and a blue. But yeah, I have a Discord that is in my channel profile down below if anybody wants to try this out. I'm actually releasing this version, which is 0.5, a little later today. I think there was just one little room change I was going to do, and it's pretty much ready to release. I've had a lot of fun making this, still got a little bit to go. There's a lot of polish I want to add to it, so you can like see your seed in the middle of the game, and even have like a high score that's kept similar to the Super Metroid Arcade. And then add some more rooms, because I think right now I only have... Oh, the Book of Returns does something different with Julius. I'll show that off real quick. Just immediately goes back because he can't use it. What was I saying? Some polish. Oh, adding rooms, because I don't have like all the rooms in the game right now, and I'm probably not going to have that many, but I do want more than I have right now, which is only like 50 or 60 customized rooms. So I'd like to get that number up to just give more variety. I'm sure you notice on this playthrough there's like certain rooms you'll see a little bit more often. Even after I added the change where it wouldn't re-randomize to the same room if kind of possible. It'll still circle back around after like 5 rooms and you'll see it again. More so in the later areas, because those I've kind of quickly added in, so like Clock Tower only has a certain amount of rooms and you'll see the same ones over and over. Just checking for a item in the wall. I'm gonna actually double check my list, because if there's anything else in this version that I didn't talk about. Oh, I didn't show the Ghost Dancer / Nemesis change that I made. So while Nemesis is active, or if you have Ghost Dancer equipped, you'll gain invulnerability for a short amount of time. So yeah, if you get hit, then you're like invisible or invincible and flashing for like 2 seconds. And you actually stack those together and become invincible for 4 seconds if you have both of them. Just looking over my notes. But yeah, I have the release notes in the README that's released with the zip file that includes the patch. So there's like a lot of little more details here and there, but you can read through it if you're nerdy enough to want to know like everything about it. I'm just kind of running and button mashing. Yeah, I might play like one more boss. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to show off. I could maybe if I have a save state, I forget. If I have one with Soma, let me just look through my save states real quick and see what I got. Some of these are for debugging, some of these for... Yeah, this is when I got to room 120 with Soma after beating Graham and everything. Do I have Ghost Dancer? I do not. Do I have Nemesis? I do not. I don't think I've changed any of the armor souls. I did a minor change with Witch and was it Giant Ghost to make them reflect the tiny devil projectiles, but nothing major. Oh yeah, you can see where Gremlin gives you 16 luck instead of 8. Just to I actually looked at Jupiter Climb's tier list for the souls, and I looked at the bottom ones, and those are the ones that I try to focus on changing and giving some new utility to. So yeah, just trying to make everything a little more useful, give it some unique type of balance. Anything else before I end the stream and then try to get this released? Yeah, like I said before, join the Discord if you want to kind of stay up to date or give feedback. You know, I'm still developing this. Definitely open to making changes or getting some new ideas. I think I have almost everything I want in the game, but you know, I still want to do a little bit more balancing. So any ideas about weapons that never get used? Oh yeah, there's Max MP on the Dainsliff. Yeah, any weapons that never get used, I'd like to add something to it. You know, so yeah, join the Discord, and I think I also have the thread. I haven't released this like officially through the ROM hacking database or whatever. I think I have a forum thread up, but it's still technically in alpha, so I don't want to like fully release it until it's fully done. So I got a little bit to go, probably another month, maybe 2 months of work before I get to that point. But yeah, I appreciate everybody watching. Hit up the Discord if you want to give this a try. And like I said, I'll have this version out a little bit later today. And yeah, hope you all have a good one. Thanks.